You just paid for the whole table again. Nobody asked you to. You just did. And somewhere on the way home, a quiet voice asks why your bank account keeps ending up lighter than everyone else's at that table. It's not generosity. Not really weakness either. It's a rule your brain wrote a long time ago, and it's still running the show. Here's what it actually looks like. A friend says, "I'm a little short this month." My voice Vrood says, "Right, statly that residents selleth that anxious." And before they even finish the sentence, you're already reaching for your phone. You send it. You don't ask when it's coming back. You never do. You've picked up bills that weren't yours to pick up. You've said "don't worry about it" more times than you can count, and meant it every single time while your own savings account sat at zero. And here's the part that stings a little. You notice exactly who never offers to split anything. You just don't say it out loud. You just pay again. But this isn't about kindness. If it were really about kindness, it wouldn't come with that tight feeling in your chest right before you say yes. Somewhere along the way, you learned that your value in a relationship depends on what you provide. Not who you are, what you give. And once your brain writes that rule, saying no doesn't just feel selfish, it feels dangerous. Like the whole relationship might not survive it. Pattern 1. Somewhere in your childhood, money was how love got translated. Maybe a parent worked too much to be present and made up for it with gifts. Maybe attention was inconsistent, but money never was. So your brain made a quiet trade. If I give, I get to stay wanted. It's not that you love money too little. It's that you learned early that giving it away was the safest way to keep people close. Pattern 2. Saying no doesn't feel like a boundary to you. It feels like a rejection you're inflicting on someone else. So when a coworker asks to borrow $20 until payday, you're not actually weighing whether you can afford it. You're deciding whether you can survive the 2 seconds of their disappointment. Almost every time, the money wins that argument before it even starts. Pattern 3. Spending on yourself comes with guilt. Spending on someone else comes with relief. So your brain gets clever about it. You let yourself enjoy money, just never for you. You'll cover a friend's cab home at midnight without a second thought. Then agonize for 10 minutes over a coffee you actually wanted. Generosity, here, is a loophole around a rule that says you don't deserve to spend on yourself. The one people rarely see in themselves. Some of this guilt isn't even yours. If you grew up around someone who struggled financially or felt responsible for a family's stress about money, you may have absorbed a belief that isn't a fact about you at all. It's a debt you inherited without ever agreeing to it. You've been paying interest on someone else's fear for years. This isn't generosity. It was never really weakness. It's an adaptation, a strategy that once kept you safe, or loved, or needed. And a strategy you learned can be a strategy you rewrite. Here's the one shift. The next time you reach for your card before anyone even asks, pause for 3 seconds, not to say no, just to check whose rule you're actually following. Yours or one you picked up a long time ago without noticing. But there's an even stranger, opposite version of this. People who are so afraid of needing anyone else's money that they'd rather struggle in silence than ever ask for help. That one's next.